power forward out of St. Bonaventure. This year's Chris Singleton, very best defensive player last year, and Orlando's pretty excited to have him.
I mean, the Magic have been picking big men with Shaq and Dwight. I see why not go to Fab Melo. I mean, great player. I just see no reason why not to get him out of Syracuse, 255, sophomore, young, and I don't know what this guy can be, but maybe in the Magic organization he could be maybe the next Dwight/Shaq.
And number 20 with the Denver Nuggets, I see them not really having a need for this pick. I think they'll just take the pick, maybe look for some potential out of some player. And I think what they'll do at number 20 is they'll reach a little bit and get Evan Fournier, the shooting guard out of France. They have Aaron Aflalo. They have that's pretty much what they have for shooting guards. But they need someone that can score. Aaron Aflalo can shoot the three, but Aaron Fournier can pretty much do everything scoring-wise.
Like you said earlier, they're trying to trade Wilson Chandler. I think they get Perry Jones right here. Just like Wilson Chandler can play the 3 and the 4. And if you get Perry Jones to get in the gym every day, this guy can be a great player.
All right, number 21, number 22, we have Boston. We'll see the pick back-to-back. The 21st pick, I think Boston will probably look for a big man. It'll be Fab Melo. They need a big man. And why not, with this draft, just draft it, not get rid of these picks like they usually do. And at number 22, I think they will take a player that maybe can replace Paul Pierce or even KG and Perry Jones. He, like I said a little bit earlier about him, he has Rashard Lewis written all over him. I think him going to Boston would be very good for him, and he'd be very good with Rondo.
I think with the first pick, the 21st pick, I think the Celtics get Andrew Nicholson. This guy has great intangibles. He has a very high basketball IQ, just like Anthony Davis. Not comparing him, but he's very smart, and I think he'd be a great fit for the Celtics, with KG probably leaving, maybe returning, you never know. And with the next pick, 22, with the Celtics again, I think that they try to replace Ray Allen and they get a Doran Lamb. He's a great has a great jump shot. He might not be as a good jump shooter as Jeremy Lamb, but probably, second best. So I think they go ahead and get him.
And number 23, we have Atlanta Hawks, the Virus' favorite team. Jared Salinger's in that position. I think the Hawks, they've been saying about blowing the roster up. I don't know if Jared Salinger would be the smart pick here, but I think they'll take him because he could show leadership and he can play if he's healthy.
Right here, I think anything can happen. We might not have this pick. We might have it. I know we're looking for a small forward. There's 3 small forwards. We'll potentially forward with Terrence Jones, Jeffrey Taylor, Royce White, and Quincy Miller. I want the Hawks to get Quincy Miller, and I think they do just because 6'10", size. We need that size with Al Horford playing center, and we still keep Josh Smith, which I, guarantee that we will trade him on draft day. So get Quincy Miller, have more size at the 3, because Marvin Williams needs to get his hell out of Atlanta.
And number 24, we have the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're looking for wing players. I think they'll definitely go small forward here. I think they might be afraid to take Royce White, so it could be between Jeffrey Taylor and a Quincy Miller. But I really think that they're intrigued by Royce White's ability, not his off-the-court problems. But I think 24, it will be Royce White for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
I got the same thing, Royce White. I had them picking Drummond first. They need to, if Alonzo G leaves for the money, they need to replace somebody or replace him because Alonzo G was a great player. And Royce White, why not get him? Maybe Jeffrey Taylor, maybe Terrence Jones, but I have Royce White right here.
And number 25 with the Memphis Grizzlies. They are very, very deep in luxury attacks. They'll probably be one of those teams in the next couple of years looking to trade a lot of their picks away because of the attacks they have. So don't be surprised this 25 pick was packaged with maybe an O.J. Mayo or Zach Randolph. But whoever is at 25, I think will probably take a... I really don't know. 25 is questionable because there's so many people that could try to trade up or trade down. But I'm going to say it's going to be Will Barton at 25. Whoever team is there might just take a shot at him. It's kind of 25 is a hit or miss pick at this point.
25, I have Evan Fournier out of France. And yes, he is a international player, but he can do everything. what I've heard of him. And the Grizzlies need a 2 guard if they get rid of O.J. Mayo and have somebody
Which is very likely.
alongside Rudy Gay if they keep him, which I think they should do. So why not get Evan Fournier?
At 26, we have the Indiana Pacers. They really don't have a need. The only need I would see is probably maybe shooting guard. But Paul George is there, but he's a tweener. I think they go Damon Green. He is pretty much Danny Granger written all over him. I heard the Pacers are in love with him and be glad to take him at 26.
At 26, I think if they still have the amnesty, go ahead and amnesty David West. He's trash. You don't need him. You had Tyler Hansborough, and if Tyler Hansborough doesn't work out, go ahead and get Terrence Jones to play the small forward or power forward position behind Granger or maybe behind Hansborough or starting.
At 27, we have the Miami Heat. I'm going to steal your pick here because I don't see any centers here that they would be interested or any power forwards. So I think they'll take Torrey Walton. Like you said, he's a good passer, I think why not take best player available for Miami instead of reaching? They could just go on free agency and sign a center.
Also, I haven't getting Tony Roten just because, he's a great passer. They need a point guard. Well, actually, I don't honestly think they need anything but size.
Yeah.
And if they don't get size, they don't, it's not going to be a hurt thing. So go ahead and get Tony Roten. If you get maybe players in free agency, go ahead and trade them off for trade value or get them for trade value. I really don't know what's going to happen with the Miami Heat. Maybe not change anything. They have a great team. They just won a championship. They just need a few more pieces to keep in touch. That's it.
And also for Miami pick, if they take a shooting guard, it's highly likely they might still target Ray Allen, or they might even reach at this pick. It's an iffy pick because they really need size. They have pretty much a backup. Actually, they don't have a backup to LeBron James. So I'm actually going to change my pick from Torrey Walton and actually take a. It's like I said, James Jones is not a good backup for LeBron. He could shoot threes. I think they'll go Jeffrey Taylor. Like I don't know who's iffy there. I think they go small forward instead of shooting guard. Realistic. So Jeffrey Taylor goes to the Miami Heat, backup LeBron. At number 28, we have the Oklahoma City Thunder coming off the Western Conference Championship. Unfortunately, lose Miami in the finals. They have really no need. I would think maybe center Kendrick Perkins actually played through a partial groin tear during the last 4 games of the finals, if I'm correct. So they could look for size, but at this point it'd be a reach. So why not take Deron Lamb? James Harden looked really iffy during the the finals, and I think why not, bring some security to that position.
I have the Thunder getting Jeffrey Taylor just because they need a backup for Kevin Durant. They have Thabo and James Harden, but Thabo is a great player. James Harden's a great player. They need, I think, because who's the backup for Russell Westbrook?
It would be Eric Maynard, who's very good backup.
And they have Reggie Jackson, but I think James Harden's good enough to play that one spot. He handles the ball when Kevin Durant's on the court or Russell Westbrook. So why not get Jeffrey Taylor? And, they can play small or big. Well, not really big, but they can play small and whatnot with Jeffrey Taylor.
At number 29 are the Chicago Bulls. I think at this pick, they will look for somebody that could shoot the ball or replace Derrick Rose for a little while. I think the perfect pick for Chicago here would be Torrey Walton. He could play point guard and shooting guard. He has a little bit of Tyreek Evans on him, but he can pass better. So I think Chicago takes him, and I think they'll love that he's there.
I think Chicago needs a shooter. I did have Doran Lamb, but I realized that I had him earlier going to the Celtics. So I'm going to have him going to, get Draymond Green, even though I don't think he's a great jump shooter. Maybe use him for trade bait. Maybe try to reach for somebody in the second round. And maybe get Kim English,
Or he could be replacing Dang, who is on the trade block right now.
Yeah. So, Draymond Green.
At the last pick of the first round, number 30 with Golden State Warriors. They early in my mock draft, I am getting Deion Waiters. I think they'll probably look for a small forward here, even though they might move Klay Thompson over, or maybe keep both Deion Waiters and Klay Thompson at shooting guard. I think they go Quincy Miller 6'10". small forward. Why not? I mean, this is just a hit and miss pick here too.
I had the Warriors getting Damian Lillard for the first pick, so I'm gonna have him getting Will Barton. He can play the 2 and the 3. He's 6'6". He can pass the ball. He's very quick. Can get to the lane with with his quickness. So he has potential. He's NBA ready. Why not get him?
All right, that concludes our mock draft for the first round. We're not going to do second round because we're not tryhards here. But we're going to do a little discussion here. Who do you think in the second round, out of the players that you didn't pick in the first round, had the potential to become a star player?
I think my biggest player, not really a star, but Quincy Acey. I really like this guy. He's a mix. He can be Jason Maxwell. I mean, great player, very athletic. He can probably be DeJuan Blair. A lot of guys spill off of him because undersized. But if you look at Paul Millsap,
and he knows knees.
Yeah, DeJuan Blair. This guy can be a beast. And also I have Kim English. I really like this guy out of Missouri. He's a senior. He can do a lot of things.
All right, I have two, like you have two. One player to watch out for is Tyshawn Taylor. Senior in Kansas. He used to be a high pick, but he decided to stay in college. He could play. I think whatever team gets him. If the Lakers get him, it'd be a dangerous team. I think he is Mario Chalmers, but better, written all over him. And international player Thomas Satoransky. He's from the Czech Republic, 6'7" point guard / shooting guard. I think he has a very good future ahead of him.
Yeah. Let me add on real quick.
Oh.
Kim English, he's a great jump shooter, and he's, has high wins for being a senior. But one player out of Syracuse, I have Chris Joseph. Now, Goodfellas
broke his foot recently.
Goodfellas very high on this guy. So, I kind of saw him play. He's a great player. I think if somebody wants to take the risk on him in the second round, Atlanta's projected to get him. So, why not get him in the second round, Atlanta?
And also, we don't know where Goodfellow is. Don't ask.
Yeah.
But yeah, Chris Joseph from Syracuse. I want to thank you guys for watching. That was part 2 of this mock draft video. I hope you enjoyed. So please leave a like and check out Byers' channel. The link is below. And also, just a friendly reminder: there's gonna be a shit ton of trades in the first round. So don't blast us for these mock drafts. We're doing it based off who's the pick and who is there. So it is very difficult to make these picks now because of the new CBA allowing trades for draft picks becoming more easy and the amount of superstars looking to be moved. So once again, thanks for watching. And Virus, you got any ending words?
Nope, but peace.